Eddie, a really good cup tie. What was the key to you coming out on top?
Probably our reaction to conceding. I mean, that was a nightmare start to the game. There was no rhythm in the game. You know, we've conceded from really the first attack, and if we didn't know how difficult the game was going to be before the game, certainly that was a sobering start to the game. And the biggest credit I can give the players is how we responded to that, because I've seen teams go under in that moment, especially with the amount of changes we made. But lads solidified our performance, got a grip of the game, scored 2 good goals, and yeah, it was a really good cup tie actually. I mean, we've come out on top, so it's easy to say that, but their goal, their spectacular long-range strike, then makes it in the balance again.
It was pretty chaotic in the first half. Do you feel like you got more control in the second half in particular?
Definitely got more control in the second half, but I thought we had control probably for about 20-25 minutes of that first half, and then just towards half-time lost it again. But Birmingham are in really good form, and they play a good style of football. We made changes, so there's always a slight risk in doing that, but I felt we absolutely had to, physically, mentally. And I was pleased with some of the players that came in. They did well. Joe Willock, Callum in particular, I thought stood out for us. Some
good football from both sides. It got pretty physical at times as well in the second half, and you had to stand up to that.
Well, I think it's physical in both halves. They're a big set play team. We obviously didn't deal well with the first one and conceded from it, but I thought stood up pretty well to the physical test after that. There's a lot of tired bodies from our side, especially the ones that have played most minutes, but also good to see the lads coming in who haven't had a lot of football and perform very well.
And one of those, Asula, as you mentioned, what pleased you the most about his performance?
I think he showed his pace, he showed his strength, he showed his technical ability. I think there was a good mix for Will today. He's still got some rough edges to improve and work on. Could have scored a couple of goals. Most importantly, played for the team, did really well.
With Willock as well, getting 2 goals, did he epitomise everything that you wanted from players coming into the team today?
Yeah, he did. You want them to take their opportunity and showcase their talents. I thought Joe did that. He's always been a goal scorer for us, and 2 massive goals today. I was really pleased with how he took the second one, because that was a big moment for us. We didn't want extra time, desperately. So it's great that we've been able to do it in the 90.
Callum Wilson, a big moment for him as well, his first goal of the season, and you suspect it won't be the last?
Certainly hope not, for Callum's perspective and for our perspective, because we need to fit Callum Wilson in the squad. He's such a reliable player, he's such an effective player, and I thought when you consider how long he's been out and how he's had to show real resilience to his recovery, and then he gets a moment like today and you're willing him to score, really, and it's a typical Callum Wilson goal. He's there in the right place at the right time, and it was a really important goal in the context of the game.
Can I just ask you about Sean Neve as well on the bench today? Obviously, sort of Anthony Gordon missed out with injury and stuff like that, but how much has he earned that spot on the bench?
Yeah, he has. He's trained with us now for a couple of months, in and out, really, not necessarily consistently, but he's shown he's got real ability. Really nice lad, and good character, good attitude, but he's got really good attributes in his game. We really like him, so he's one that we're certainly keeping an eye on.
Dan Burn came off. What's the prognosis there?
Yeah, it looks like a groin problem for Dan. We desperately hope it's not too bad. He's been such an important, reliable player for us.
But overall, it's a good end to a great week, isn't it? You're through to the next round, and obviously through to the final the other night as well.
Yeah, I mean, the aim for the week, of course, was to try and get through to the final. We did that, and then the aim turned to staying in the FA Cup and trying to go as far as you can in that competition as well. And I think we did ourselves proud tonight, because very difficult game after Wednesday night especially, and we found a way to get in the hat.